Yo, what's good in the web? This is your man Q back again with November, what you should be role-playing. Before we go into any of the games, if you do like the content that you see and you want to stay up to date with all things RPGs, make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. It lets YouTube know, keep sending it your way. The first game we gotta talk about is Star Ocean: The Second Story R is the remake of the OG Triple OG 1998 PS1 game that was heralded by many as the best Star Ocean game in the series. Star Ocean 2 R, like its predecessor, is a sci-fi space RPG refined, refreshed, and redesigned, but not just for the old fans, but especially for the new fans alike. The new game boosts a 2.5D graphics. They just making up shit as we go. A 2.5, a 3.0, a 6.2. New rearranged music, improved battle mechanics, sound effects, and tactics, along with the full Japanese and English voiceover. And like Star Ocean First Departure, there's a brand new character art upgrades, and they look good, y'all. The story starts out in the Space Date 366. A Federation officer, Claude Kenny, y'all play Star Ocean, you know about them Kennys. He finds himself transported to a mystical planet. While searching for his way home, he encounters a young girl named Rena Lanford, who draws him into a quest not only to save her people, but you know, of course, to save the world. Just as the prophecy foretold that he would. It's the light sword. Now the question becomes, whose POV do you want to start with? The combat system promises a refined yet familiar explosive real-time action, fast-paced combat that has mechanics that allow you to strategically defeat foes. With massive damage numbers like break and assault actions are new features. Fleshed out but refined battle effects and motions have also been added to make the action even more exhilarating than you've ever remembered. Along with the new graphics and sound, you'll also be able to make your own powerful weapons and armor, discover super specialties by cooking, publishing, or even conducting an orchestra with your friends, become a master fisher, and even use your private conversation to, you know, find out some extra deets from some of them characters you might have been wanting to know more about. Star Ocean Second Story R drops on November 2nd for PS5, 4, PC, and Nintendo Switch. Feels like we've been getting a lot, but a good healthy dose of Yakuza. I mean, I meant Like a Dragon games lately, and that's a good thing. And Like a Dragon Gaiden is no exception. My only issue, well, is the timing. With all the other games, not to mention the ones just on this list, but all the other games that dropped earlier in the year, and all the games who are coming out in the early part of next year, including another Like a Dragon game in Infinite Wealth, when am I gonna get a chance to play? The story goes, once a legendary Yakuza, Kiryu, faked his own death and abandoned his name for the sake of protecting his family. Now, he is thrust into conflict by a mysterious figure who's attempting to drive him out of hiding. Now, under the code name of Kiryu, embarks on a griping, action-packed narrative with bone-shattering, literally bone-shattering combat that takes place over hundreds of vibrant locations filled with exciting characters and activities. Gaiden brings back the bone-breaking goodness with not one, but two combat styles. With Kiryu back in the spotlight, the game is outfitted back to the arcade-like action brawler style of the franchise before Ichiban and the gang took over into its turn-based combat system, whose new styles are known as Yakuza and Agent. The first is focusing more on his natural strength and his martial arts skills, and the latter is used like a tool-based system, which we've seen for some of the trailers, used as crowd control. That's the Agent. The game looks gorgeous, and truth be told, I can't remember a Yakuza or a Shenmue game that, you know, didn't have their characters, motions, combat, sound, graphics, and everything else on next level or at the current level. And of course, there's extras. Lots of extras. Karaoke is back, and which seems to be a staple to almost every Sega RPG, so why would it leave? There's also a battle arena, more race car circuit, and other mini games to slurp up your hours. Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name drops on November 9th for PC, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, and PS5. And from out of nowhere, and a whole 2 years later, Tales of Arise DLC is here. Can't say that I blame him. I mean, it was only a couple years ago, and their game was RPG Game of the Year back in 2021. Even if the Game Awards only gave him, 2.5 seconds at most recognition? Beyond the Dawn begins 1 year after the conclusion of the original Tales of Arise game. Alphen and the rest of the party members are caught between being revered as the liberating heroes of Dana, and on the other side, the spies as the destroyers of the rights by the Renans. By chance, they encounter the enigmatic Nazamil, a powerful young girl who is the daughter of a Renan lord and a Danan slave. It seemed like it would have been a lot more than that. Really, right? The party, of course, offers to protect her, but in tried and true RPG fashion, something else will unfold as you, the player, progress and bond with their companions, having to face a divided world after the fusion of Rena and Dana. In the expansion, players will experience exciting new challenges and
don't you dare close your eyes.
That is once familiar but evolved. Beyond the Dawn will still offer TOA's dynamic action-based battle system like the base game and the previous games in this series before it. Single arts, combo arts, the graphics and sound seem pretty much the same, which wasn't bad at all. Again, the game was only released about 2 years ago. I wonder though if Bandai Namco had the DLC in the vote for a minute, or they just wanted to get some extra buff. Still a little sad to see Nazamil won't be playable. That might be one of my only gripes for Tales of Arise. It felt like it needed just 1 or 2 more characters to make it feel a little more whole, you know. Also, where was the mysterious cook? You touch an item, the mysterious cook pops up. And then the end game got a little weirdish, but I'm happy and I'm excited to continue the story of Alphen, Xion, and the rest of the Tales of Arise crew. TOA Beyond the Dawn DLC drops November 9th for PS5, PS4, PC, Xbox Series X, and S. I'm proud and a little embarrassed to say that I have well over 1,000 collective hours in Persona 5. I did a Makoto playthrough, a Futaba playthrough, a Whole Face playthrough.
You can eat this, right? It's chocolate.
Kid, say something.
And a Kasami playthrough I later did with my second playthrough of Royal on the Switch. So it's easy to say that I'm no stranger to the P5 universe, but with that being said, I told y'all before that Persona 5 is the FF7 of Persona games. Like it or not, I mean, it's the flagship. They still making games. The story goes, after a strange incident, the Phantom Thieves wander into a bizarre realm where the citizens are living under a tyrannical oppression. Surrounded by a military group named the Legionnaires, the thieves find themselves in grave danger until a mysterious revolutionary named Irena rescues them and offers an enticing deal in exchange for their help. First thing, of course, everybody notices is the graphics. Tactica takes a step away from the more humanoid anime-looking characters from the previous 3 games in the P5 universe. Tactica focuses more on a more toony, watercolor chibi look. The sound is still true to its roots, offering many of the classic songs we know and love. The combat is still turn-based that focuses on using your persona and individual weapons to take out your foes. It's a mix between turn-based Persona 5 and Persona 5 Strikers and Mario meets the Rabbids kind of battle system, if that makes sense.
You own a grid.
And did I mention you still get to use your personas? So even though we're in the same world, we do get a chance to experience the game in a different kind of way. I can't lie to y'all though, I love to see something on P6 or GTA 6. You know, it just feels like it's been a minute for them. Persona 5 Tactica makes its way into your heart on November 17th for Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, 5, and for your local PC. After 27 years, Mario RPG is free.
It's time to conquer Earth!
Following that cap of recent remasters, remakes, and reimaginings, one of my personal favorite games, Super Mario RPG, has been released from the Disney Vault. That's right, released from the Disney Vault. Although there's been no word on anything about any new story or characters, the game, however, is beefed up and buttoned down with new sounds, enhanced music, and of course, graphics. In traditional Mario fashion, you know who's gotten captured again, but instead of the story starting and finishing with a tried and true plot point, Squaresoft, at the time, now Square Enix, decided to put some extra meat on the bone and actually have a story. Upon saving Princess Peach again, Mario and Bowser are both thrust from Bowser's Keep, only to find that there's a new big baddie in the Mushroom Kingdom world, and his name is Smithy. Now, you and an unlikely band of heroes and even some old enemies rally together to recover the 7 stars and fix the tattered Star Road, which allows people to make wishes. Mario RPG is tried and true ATB turn-based battle system with time hits and more than a few unique special moves and techs that each character can use. I'm so excited for the game, mainly for all the people who haven't got a chance to play it, because this is legit one of the best, if not the best, Mario game out there. And am I saying it because it's an RPG? Yeah! And I also because people have been thinking for years that I'm crazy just talking about Geno, wanting to see Geno in Smash. And you know what? Maybe now, Sakurai? Mario RPG also drops on November 17th, and it's a Mario, so it's a Nintendo exclusive.
And you know this, man?
But interweb, that's all I have for you today. If you did like this video, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps a lot, and it lets YouTube know that you like the video, and they'll send more your way. And if you did like the content that you've been seeing, don't forget to subscribe. I make geekly RPG content here on the channel daily. And as always in the web, remember to eat, sleep, geek, repeat. Take care of yourselves out there.